But all right, we can start. We can start. But do you want to introduce yourself? Like, I feel like you're gonna have the best introduction for yourself.
Okay, sure. I am Adam. Oh, it has my full government name. That's fine. I'm
Yeah,
Adam.
I'm a clip it so that you can see it.
Can I rename myself? Not that it matters. I'm proud of my last name.
Yeah, no, that's a fire name. How you pronounce it, bro? What's the?
Deshevsky. So Dash comes from the first four letters.
Yeah,
I have a bunch of people who from college only knew me as Dash. So when they found out my whole name, they're like, "That's your name?" I'm like, Dashevsky. Deshevsky.
yeah.
Uh, but I'm Adam Dash. I am the host of the Soundcentric podcast and the writer of the Soundcentric newsletter coming to your inbox every Monday morning. I bring on amazing artists, content creators, writers, managers, journalists, like we're about to talk to about today. And at heart, the most important thing is I am someone who is obsessed with hip hop and is my entire life.
All right, that's beautiful right there. I like that.
There we
I
go.
like that.
Yeah.
But all right. So first, what I want to ask, bro, what has been your experience within just the journalistic space doing interviews? Like, has there been ups and downs? Like, are you reaching out to management people and hearing feedback? What's kind of the process with that?
So I'll say that I haven't really taken too many submission people to bring on. I like to bring on people I truly love because I like doing research and actually listening to your album multiple times and watching your other interviews on YouTube so I can nardwar you. And if I don't like your music or I don't like your content, that's way too much of an obstacle for me to climb up of. And I mean, I've enjoyed it. I haven't had a guest, to my knowledge, where I asked something that they were like, "Whoa!" And I think I've learned you try to do a few minute conversation before you start recording. I try to ask people about sports or something and kind of get it to be chill and give them the rundown before we start.
Yeah.
And I think the key is just doing the research before and I like coming up with the creative questions. I like asking people stuff that they haven't really talked about or stuff they actually care about. Because, everyone's going to ask you, how's it feel to drop the album? But, what can I ask you about that feeling that I can also explain from my own personal experience? This is what I've gone through when I've felt the anxiety of releasing something and how euphoric it feels once I drop it.
Yeah.
Tell me about how you're feeling now. So I think that makes it more conversational. I think I like conversational interviews over just the A, B, C, D.
Yeah, because you've been doing the top 5 stuff. I've seen you do the top 5, rank your...
Ooh. Yes.
People and
love
stuff.
top 5. I say I really love this podcast, Part of My Take. It's one of the Barstool ones, the sports. These guys are the funniest people. And they love doing Mount Rushmores. So I think me and my college friends would sit around the couch in college and just do Mount Rushmores, Mount Rushmores of snack foods, Mount Rushmore of first baseman. It could be of anything. And I think it's just always a good topic, especially when you can align it with the guest specifically. So for Annabelle, I asked her, who's your Mount Rushmore of interviewers? Because she's an interviewer. And I interview someone from Chicago. I go, what's your Mount Rushmore of Chicago rappers? I interview a producer who's also a rapper. Who's your Mount Rushmore of producer rappers? So I try to tailor that to them. I should think of something more creative than stealing the Mount Rushmore idea.
Yeah, no, maybe, that's good, though.
I got to think of something, but it's always a fun thing. I think it's also fun to have those little games in there, whether it's I haven't done a bracket type episode, but I think those are fun. I know NFR, that's a lot of their bread and butter is those, and Hive Mind. They do a lot of game type content, which is not really a podcast. It's more meant for YouTube. But yeah, I think I try to get creative with the way I go about relating to them and getting them to be excited. Oh, you asked me about that. I do love Quentin Tarantino movies. How'd you know that?
Yeah.
It was a random tidbit from one of their interviews from 5 years ago.
Yeah, no, those are fire. There was some dude you mentioned in the Annabelle podcast, and I was like, I feel like most people in the music space don't know about him. I forget his name, but you mentioned
Greek?
I don't know if it was Greek. It was a dude that does the movie interviews.
Yes, Kevin McCarthy.
Yes, bro, he is the GOAT. And when you said that, I was like, bro, he's tapped in. I was like, he's tapped in as much as I am.
I be on TikTok and I see him the interview with Quentin Tarantino where you can see him visibly get excited because I think I have the fact that I released music and I know the feeling of the anxiety of doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how good of a rapper I am, but I'm good at writing. I can do that. So that guy went to film school probably and loves film, and he's asking Quentin Tarantino about the cameras that he's using and the angle shots. And I always love that because you can see that I like getting people to nerd out about what they're nerds about.
Yeah.
And because like I love nerding out about what I nerd out about.
Yeah,
That's
no,
the
I
fun
agree,
stuff.
bro. He has like the tickets. Like he'll have the
Yeah,
original
he's
ticket.
crazy.
Like I'm like, you kept a ticket from 20 years ago. Like that's dedication, bro.
Bro, you give me a chance to interview someone like Cole or like JID, I will hit them with questions that like are fan questions because I am a
Yeah,
fan and I will have something ready for them.
yeah. No, JID is. I really want to interview JID. Like I don't want to interview most artists, but JID. Like that was my first concert that I went to was a JID concert. Like I
Wow.
have to, and I have to meet him at some point.
Yeah, I got to meet him in Philadelphia my senior year of high school at a Verizon store
At a
right before the release of
Verizon store.
he was doing meetups in Verizon stores. I guess it was a partnership. And I asked to rap for him and he was like, "If you stay till the end, like you can rap for me." And I waited in the corner of a Verizon store and then I rapped for him and he dapped me
Damn.
up. Successful dap up. That was scary because
Like,
you want it to be a good dap up.
yeah.
And that was a top moment of my life. And he was like hyping me up. I don't think it was that. He's like, "Yo, I'll follow you on Twitter." He didn't. But
Yeah, he was just talking.
yeah, the thought counted, and he acted very nice towards me.
Dang, I don't know if I'll be able to rap for him, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. That's
Yeah, I don't know if
so
I'm doing
much
that.
confidence, bro.
You know what?
Like,
I'll give you a good story. I was in my school newspaper, and this connects to journalism. My first interview ever was with Taylor Bennett, so Chance the Rapper's brother.
yeah,
Oh yeah, you're Chicago, you know.
yeah,
And I wanted to rap for him, but I'm like, I'm sure so many people rap for him. Like, how can I be creative? So I printed out my lyrics and then did a genius annotation on the other side. Which, looking back on it, you probably threw that shit out. But it was a piece of paper, and I had like highlighted, and on the right was like the explanation in like this color, so like it matched. And that night, I came home and said to my parents, because I never told anyone wanted to make music. I said to
yeah,
them, I want to buy a microphone. Like I want to make music. So that was shout out to Taylor Bennett. That was a
yeah, bro. Taylor
trajectory
Bennett's
changing moment in my life.
underrated, bro. Underrated. That may be a hot take. I don't know,
I was bumping Broad Shoulders a couple days ago,
bro.
and man, it got me in my bag.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Broad shoulders. People be sleeping on him just because Chance had the big day. I feel like they forgot about his brother, but
Yeah.
gotta let the big day go. All right. Then my next question is, so were there any resources? I know you said you like watched Nardwuar, you've watched like these
Yeah.
other journalists. Were there any resources outside of kind of just watching people that improved kind of like your journalism? Any life experiences, anything like that?
I'll say that I've had one sponsor for the podcast, and that was Ian Schwartzman, who runs the Joe Budden podcast. And we
Damn.
had some conversations that weren't journalistic, but I think he would just wanted to show me that you can make money off of this. So it was, I mean, from my perspective, it was a lot of money, but from his perspective, it was like $500. I was
Yeah.
like, I still have not made money off this podcast, but he gave me a little boost. I mean, I would say in college classes, reading like DJ booth articles and complex articles. So there's a bunch of writers who I'm a fan of, who I've been lucky enough to bring on the podcast, like, what's her name? Donna Claire Chessman, who wrote the Book of Mac, the whole like story about Mac Miller's life. And as much as I'm a fan of like the YouTube people and watching them, I love writing too, and I've
Yeah.
always loved writing. So I think my foundational shout out to my Mr. Gagliardi, my school newspaper head of it and journalism teacher. And I think it's important to get your facts straight before you kind of morph it up into whatever you want to make it. I think they said that about comedy.
Yeah.
Like before you make a joke of something, get your facts straight, and then you can like make a joke about it and stuff. So I always try to do that. Make sure I am educated on the culture. I think I did a lot of my groundwork in high school through like listening to J. Cole mixtapes. And I'd be like, what beat was this? Oh, it was a Tribe Called Quest
Yeah.
beat. Who's a Tribe Called Quest? And actually, I wrote an article about this today about freestyles. I heard Action Bronson rap over Jay-Z's A Million One Question and
Ooh.
didn't know the Jay-Z song. And
Yeah.
it was the third song I ever dropped. And then that led me to getting into Jay-Z and
damn.
going through his whole entire catalog. So I think having that foundational understanding of where hip-hop started has
Yeah.
helped journalistically. And yeah.
Damn. Okay. Did you? So you had a journalism class? Like you taken a journalism class?
Yeah, I took journalism class. I wrote for my school newspaper, which was a very like actually good school newspaper. So I'd go, that's why I told you before I went to Chicago. I went for the National Journalism Convention.
Damn. Okay.
That's what I went for. I won an award for sports writing, which I shouldn't have won. It wasn't a very good
Yeah.
story.
Did you
But
get like
I
a
was a
medal or
sport.
something? Did they have like a trophy? What was
Yeah,
like the vibe?
I got like a placard in my bedroom
Oh,
that says I
okay.
think like third place.
Yeah.
And shout out to East Side School newspaper.
Damn.
My starts in journalism.
I did not know there was a journalism convention here.
It changes every year, like location wise.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
my senior year of high school, it was in Chicago.
I was like, bro, I've never heard of this, bro. I need to tap in. I was like, I'm out of the loop.
Yeah, but there was a bunch of like speakers. So they had someone from Sports Illustrated, and when he was showing his presentation, there was a tab on the side. You could see it was not appropriate content for a
Really?
school. It was crazy, and everyone's like dying laughing. It's like big booty fishes. Like, on the
Yeah,
side.
damn.
We're
Did
like-
he say it? Did
we're
he
like,
comment
no.
on it? Like, did he say
I don't think
anything?
he noticed it, but I got a picture somewhere. We noticed it.
That's insane, bro. That would be the end of me. I'd have to quit or retire or something.
We were dying laughing.
Big booty bitches. That's embarrassing too, bro. Like, you could be watching anything, bro. Anything. Okay. So one of my main reasons for making this video is one because I want to highlight like journalists that I think are like doing great work, like you, Elsie Nathalise, Annabelle,
Shout out Elsby.
and yeah, there's a couple other people, but I got beef with a couple people too, like Elliot
Okay.
Wilson. I got beef with academics, of course, just
Yeah.
general beef.
Yeah.
And like Vlad TV, like those kind of people.
Yeah, yeah,
And one of the reasons that I have beef with it is because I feel like they really glamorize like kind of the gossip culture of hip hop, or like
Yeah.
glamorize that kind of. Do you have like anything you'd want to improve within hip hop journalism? Because that's really what like gets numbers. Is kind of like that gossip, like shade room type
Yeah.
of stuff.
I'll say a few things on that subject. One, like I love Annabelle and Elsie because they make content around people they truly enjoy. And I talked to
Yeah.
Annabelle about this because I've never really looked at my views. They're low, but it's like the
Yeah.
reality of interviewing a rising artist. It's not the interview that's gonna do incredible. So it's like I
Yeah.
do it because I genuinely enjoy this artist and I want to like shout them out. And I asked her about that, and she's like, yeah, like she tussles with that, but like she would love to get 100,000 views, but the interview might get 10,000 views, which is still incredible. And I think you can feel when the interviewer genuinely cares or the journalist actually cares, which is why a lot of these Twitter pages, this isn't really journalism, but they do so much paid promo, that they get shocked when they post something they actually like and people are commenting under it, like, how much do you get paid for this?
Oh yeah.
And it's because you don't have your audience's trust that you are actually giving out like things that you like. I like to think that I've built up with people who watch, and I know Annabelle and Elsie definitely have, that when they tweet about something they like, people listen to it because they're like, Elsie doesn't just tweet about anything.
Oh yeah.
She
nah.
tweets about music she likes. And I think some of those people do that. And it's happening in sports. Like I said, I watch a lot of sports debate shows. My favorite ones are the ones that don't fully just go into like the whole gossip. And I love talking about Drake and Kendrick Lamar, and it's
Yeah.
fun. It's really fun. But stuff that's like not music related, I do not care about.
Yeah,
If it's,
at all.
it's like baby mama related. It's about, I can't even think. It's just some bullshit. I don't want to report on it. I'm here to talk
Yeah.
about music, and we can make fun of some situations, but I don't even know if you consider academics like a journalist.
He
I mean,
claims
Elliot,
like he calls himself the best hip hop journalist. Like he has that verbatim, like in a clip. Like,
but I guess you need someone to do that niche, because everything's like niches. Like my niche is like the
Yeah.
rising artist thing. So everyone has a thing. So I don't know who consumes these people's content. I think it's young audiences.
Yeah.
I can't imagine anyone over 25 is like watching academics. Maybe they
live
are.
streams. I don't know. I hope not. Well,
Like,
people
yeah,
like
each-
love Drake. Like people who love Drake also
Yeah.
will side with academics, like to an extent. I feel like those people glazing academics without a doubt, like
Yeah.
wholeheartedly, bro.
It's funny. And I wrote an article about Drake the other week, and my friend told me, he's like, I read your article. It was kind of harsh. And I read it back, and I was like, I was a little harsh. on Drake. I thought I was just being funny, but when you read it out loud versus when you read it versus when you speak it,
Yeah.
reading something comes off way harsher. And so that was a little learning lesson journalistically for me. I'm like, okay, it might come off a little different.
Yeah,
But I think it's fun to have those debates and this conversation, and there's a time and place. But like sometimes it's. I mean, Elliot's a real journalist. Like Elliot wrote for Double XL.
Oh
Like,
yeah, 100%. I don't have a problem with Elliot's like journalism, like what
yeah.
he does. Like he did a really good Drake interview. Love that interview. 10 out of 10. Like right
Yes.
after the Pusha beef.
Yeah. Him and B Dot, and they talked about
Yes,
Griselda. It's cool.
great interview. But recently, the past like year, he's been hating. Like I don't know, he got in his unk mode. I don't know what happened. He hated on Kai
Just been hating.
Sinat,
Yeah.
like doing live streams. He commented kind of on Nadeska because Complex released like their top hip hop journalism, and he kind of talks
Yeah.
about like Nadeska possibly shouldn't be there. Him and like Vlad specifically says she doesn't get enough numbers. Like her numbers aren't high enough,
Yeah.
so she shouldn't be on that list. And he kind of agrees with her there. So that's why I'm adding him in that video. But I don't know. I feel
mean,
like hip hop journalism has turned to like a numbers thing, bro. Like,
Yeah, definitely. And Vlad, I don't know who's also the client base for who's the consumer of that content. Also, it is like, I mean, there's like YouTube journal. I don't know what you want to call them. YouTubers that make
yeah,
these videos about content that's so. It's like talking about the killings of rappers and what was happening behind it, and like it just
yeah.
feels like weird content that's really publicizing like violence and stuff. But it gets viewers because like violence is just like an entertainment thing. Like
Oh
we watch
yeah.
movies growing up and play video games, so that's natural. Some of those videos are like crazy, and obviously
It's
Vlad's
insane.
Vlad's famous for asking crazy questions to get people to expose themselves. There's the famous Charlemagne clip when he asked Logic, like, "Who did that to your sister?"
That was crazy, bro. He
And
has the worst clips, I think. Like by
Charlemagne, like, I
far.
mean, it's his humor. Like he's just an entertainer, but he asks the
Yeah.
craziest stuff. They come unprepared sometimes. Where there's a famous Nicki Minaj clip where she's like, "What's your favorite song on the album?" and don't say the single, and like they
Oh
can't think of
yeah.
something. And hey, who knows what's going on in their lives? Maybe it was a busy week, but come
It's Nicki
prepared.
Minaj though. It's Nicki Minaj. Like
Yeah, like what? How do you not listen to the album? So like,
yeah.
just show you care. I think people like Big Boy, amazing
Mm-hmm.
journalist,
Yeah.
Sway, like these are, like
Great.
the people who I grew up watching their YouTube videos, and those are the people I was like, okay, they're asking the real questions about Logic rapping and not about I don't
What
know his
happened with
background
sister,
or
bro?
his identity or whatever.
Yeah. No, every Logic interview, like especially, I couldn't imagine Logic on a Charlemagne interview now, bro. Like a lot, he's better, but a biracial question's getting thrown in easily, bro,
Yeah,
without a
but
doubt.
Charlemagne had like a really good interview with Schoolboy Q that got emotional, so like he can do it.
Yeah.
And then there's like people like Drink Champs, which that isn't journalism, but like that's a fun concept for a show.
Oh
Like let's just
yeah.
get
Horribly
someone drunk and make them answer. It's kind of like Hot Ones, but like way more dangerous.
Yeah,
Like
you get
it's,
Kanye ranting, bro. Like crazy.
I don't even know if that's is it like if you're a journalist, like you should probably not ask Kanye right now for an interview. And there's some people who are taking
Nah.
advantage of it. Like that's big. I don't know anything about Bitcoin, but like one of the Bitcoiners reached out to Kanye, like you can use our platform for it. And it's like, man, I think you have a duty to the world to like not support this person right now. And I think
Oh
that's
yeah.
the views thing that sometimes they're willing to like bring on people or ask certain questions, even though is it for the greater good of humanity if we get an
Definitely
answer or
not.
have that person speak into a microphone?
Yeah.
Nope.
No, I think a lot of ethics within, and I think like social media kind of cooked this. I think like within hip hop, academics is the one that like really pioneered kind of like glamorizing, like especially Chicago drill. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that man, that he gave Chicago like a bad rap within his series. But I think like I don't know, like especially even with Kanye saying crazy stuff now, it's like everything is for clicks, like everything is clickbait, like within journalism. I wonder if there's like a way to kind of bring it back to an extent like where it's not. And I feel like people are doing it, but it's like I wonder if there's a way to get people viewership that should have it rather than like a Vlad TV talking about oh like your homie shot
I
somebody.
it's a matter of someone finding a creative way to do it, and like I'm still trying to find my creative spin on it. Like early this year, I was doing like an SNL style news, hip hop news thing where
Oh
like it was the
yeah,
news that happened in the week. And I really liked doing it, but it took so long, and like it was just not reaping any benefit for me. But yeah, it's just a matter of someone coming through with a new spin on something that has an interesting way of going about it. I think a lot of the parody accounts on Twitter are causing issues. It's
mm-hmm.
funny in sports. There's like NBA Central and Ball Sack Sports.
That's got me a couple times, bro. I'm not gonna
Oh, it's
lie.
got me. It got Colin Coward today. Like he mentioned something on TV. Stephen A. Smith's done it, and
Yeah.
people started doing it in hip hop. And I know someone who runs the page, and I asked him, I'm like, and it wasn't even one of his tweets wasn't even funny. So I'm like, what was your
Yeah.
goal? Like, it's a lot of misinformation going on online for likes. And if it's done funny and it's kind of clearly a parody, I think it's enjoyable. But sometimes it's
Yeah.
like, what's your goal by saying Playboy Cardi's dropping tonight?
Yeah. Like now you just got me a little excited. Like I'm not even a Playboy Cardi fan, but they be getting me though. Like it looks legit and like
They're
I
really
don't
good at
know.
Photoshop. They're
So
really good
they're
at Photoshop.
so good, bro. And I go to their Instagram page. Like I have to go to an artist page now to verify. Like if it's not
Yeah.
NFR giving me the information, like I need to verify. Like
You know what's
especially on Twitter.
a crazy thing is that NFR's tweet about Drake like dropping one of his diss songs, like say it was the Hard Part 6, their
Yeah.
tweet about it got more likes than Drake's tweet posting the song, which shows that they have a real power. And it's like,
Yeah.
that's when, like, I don't have power right now, but like NFR, you have cultural power right now and use it responsibly. And I've talked to them, like, they're great guys.
Mm.
And it's like, they can push content that they can push the artists that were like, why don't they get shine? And they do. And they also post stuff about people where I'm like, I don't know if you need to post that. But it's
Mm.
also the content that gets some likes, and they make a career off this. Like, I'm going to do a separate career that hopefully molds in with Soundcentric.
Yeah.
But these guys, like, this is a career. You can make money on Twitter now. So, like, yeah, engagement farm.
Yeah,
Get
I think that cooked it too. Twitter money, I think cooked like
cooked
just
it.
on
Yeah.
Twitter specifically. Like the amount of rage bait that I see on Twitter, like disinformation that
Oh,
we were talking about, like everything is amplified times 10 because you can make some sort of money. Which I'm like fine getting that monetized. Like I think it's beautiful that you can make money with tweets, but
yeah.
like
I
don't
think you
know.
should definitely have to write like hashtag ad or something because like
Yeah,
and I don't believe NFR does paid promotion, but like a lot of these pages, it's obvious when it's not a genuine thing.
yeah.
It's like it's promo, and it's like I think it's misleading to people.
Yeah, well, I think NFR, like, even if they did, like, they're gonna post the bigger artists anyway. Like, the people that are gonna reach out that could probably
Yeah, yeah,
pay
yeah.
for that is gonna be like a Doja Cat or like I don't know any
Yeah.
of these artists. Like, they could accept that and still post it. It would still look organic. Like, their content's kind of built for that. Like, they got it down.
Yeah, yeah. And they post on Instagram say like the new Wu Tang tour. So I'm sure, and this isn't like this is smart decision by Wu Tang and by NFR. Wu Tang's like,
Yeah,
okay, let me hit the nerdier rap fan base that would follow an NFR and let's sell tickets. And NFR's like, we love Wu Tang. We would love to help you. And we receive some money to help you sell tickets. So like,
yeah.
that's a good example of promotion like coming together. Sometimes it's awful artists, and this is not NFR posting awful artists, but they're pages that post
Oh
artists where it's like,
yeah. I'm
what are
like,
we
bro,
doing here?
I know you took it back. Like, I know you did. But
Yeah.
it's
And then
crazy.
is that cool to the artist in the long run? But like, hey, it's their money. Like if they're willing to do it, that's a
Yeah.
whole discussion.
Well,
Like I don't
Worldstar,
take
I
money.
remember did that all the time. I remember Worldstar was the first time like I was growing up and I was like, bro, all these artists kind of suck. Like they're posting
Yeah,
artists that like I really don't think they even think is good, and then I'm like, oh, like they're all you have to pay like at the time it was like 2 bands to get your video on Worldstar,
yeah.
and it's
And it's like
crazy.
that's how you slowly start to lose your audience's trust, and
Yeah,
your cultural capital goes down because it's like, okay, World Star's now the page of not where I find new artists, but where I see like some dumb shit get paid to
yeah.
get on there.
You're taking whatever. Like I think that you can take pay promotion, but like you still need to have like a threshold. Like you're
Yeah,
putting John, who this is his first rap song, he happens to have money. Like
yeah,
on your page that has 200,000 followers is crazy,
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Now, and then there's also like an ethics to like the comments are going to be crazy too. Like if this
Mhm.
artist isn't that good or it doesn't match the community you built, they're gonna get crazy hate.
There was a video going around of like a white guy freestyling the other week, not the other week, a couple months ago, and he says the N word in it, and like
Oh, I
all the
know what you're
pages
talking
were
about.
posting it, and it's like, should you be spreading that, and is it worth the money to get like the rage bait comments on there?
Yeah,
That's a discussion for them because
I don't
I'm
know.
not taking that money.
Yeah, I can't sleep good at night,
I'm
bro.
definitely not taking that money.
Yeah, no, that'd
I
be
can't post
crazy.
that.
That would be insane, bro. And then the caption's always like, "Can he say it?" Like that
Yeah,
every video is like, "Can
and
he
you
say
say
this?"
it.
And I'm like, I mean, he's doing it, bro. And you're posting
He's
it,
doing
like,
it.
you're okay with it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, the song isn't even that good. Like, if it was good, I'd be like, okay, let me listen. But it's not even that good.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's just Yeah, I mean, I love Twitter. I'm addicted, but it's so much controversy and like dumb debates. Or I don't know. That's why there's people like Brian from Audio Mac, like Z
hmm
is his Twitter name, and he just posts gems all day. Just
yeah,
And he said he's gonna start like a series where he interviews artist managers and puts it on Twitter for free, like no paywall.
Oh,
So there's great things out there. There's
yeah.
great people who make great content, and we, the people who enjoy good content, need to shout them out, get them
Yeah.
going.
No, I'm definitely down. My Twitter, 100 followers, bro. So you know I'm gonna get them amped up, bro. But shoot.
Man, I get like 4 likes. When I get 10 likes, I'm like, ooh, double
Oh, yeah.
digits. What up?
I'm raking it in now.
Pop off.
Shoot. But what made you
You've had,
choose Twitter, bro? I feel like you be on Twitter nonstop.
I'm on I'm on all the platforms, but like said this before, I think Twitter is the best platform for conversations.
Mm,
I don't know if it's the way it's designed, but like TikTok, it's like you can't have a debate in TikTok. It gets
yeah.
too confusing with like the way it looks and like who you're responding to.
Mm-hmm.
I think like what I want my show to be is like I don't care about views. I care about comments. Like I want
Mm-hmm.
engagement, and I want to have you don't disagree with my take. Like let's talk about it. Like let's do it.
Yeah.
And if you agree with my take, like let's agree and like let's talk about how good the new West Side Gun album is. I just think Twitter is so much better for conversation. Like no one's having a conversation in Instagram comment
Yeah.
sections.
Nah.
They're just for actually viewing. I don't even know if people watch my videos. Maybe they do, but I try to like on top of my videos have like a quote from what they say and a question
Mm,
that's engaging the audience that they can answer. And if you watch the video, amazing. I hope you very much enjoy the clip from my podcast. But let's also that's why I don't just post a clip and say nothing about it. I say this is how Annabelle decide. These are Annabelle's do's and don'ts for interviewing. Who's your favorite interviewer after that? So then hopefully that sparks a conversation in there.
yeah. No, I've been trying to do that more with my videos. I'd be trying to like add like something at the top just so that you might click on the video, like whatever
Yeah,
I'm
I've
talking about.
experimented and just seen. I still don't know exactly what works. I got advice this week, my friend, because I have like really long tweets, and he's like,
Mm,
you should keep the top part of your tweet in it, then keep your whole like personal viewpoint as a second tweet, just so it looks cleaner. So I'm
yeah.
gonna start trying to do that. So it's all trial and error.
Yeah, no, I've been learning that with even my own content, bro. I'm like, I don't know what works still. I just be doing it and I'm praying
Yeah,
that it hits.
bro, my YouTube thumbnails, whack. Like I don't think they're great. I've gone through a lot of iterations of thumbnails. It's like how do I describe a whole interview with this new rising artist, but I can only have 5 words because your thumbnails aren't supposed to be wordy. It's a whole
Yeah.
debate that I have
Yeah,
to
I don't
go through.
know, bro. I don't know what you're supposed to do with thumbnails. I literally like, because it's easier for me because a lot of my videos are about bigger artists. So I'll just
Yeah.
put their face and I'm like, okay,
You put
you
like Drake's
know.
face and
Yeah, so you're gonna click on something. Like somebody's gonna click
yeah,
on
yeah,
it. But a rising artist, bro, I was having that problem because initially my content was just promoting smaller artists, and then at some
yeah,
point I'm like, I'm either not doing it right or I need to have a larger fan base initially before I start posting these smaller artists to like get them more views and more traction. Because
yeah.
I don't know, it's kind of a
It's
hard
hard. You gotta
line.
find your niche. That's why like my goal is to make like an army of the people who support the rising artists and the rising artists. So I'm like the person championing them.
Yeah,
That they're like, oh, if I want like if the stages to becoming bigger is getting the Soundcentric podcast, like getting on there, like that's a
yeah,
check mark. Then it's getting on that good shit, and then it's getting on Five Fingers of Death. Then it's like I want to be a part of that ladder to
yeah.
get you up there.
No, that'd be sick. That's the ideal, bro. That's especially like even with my content, I would love to just be able to like hit up an artist, and be like, hey, you down to hop on whatever, and just be able to do it.
Yeah.
But it's hard
And
doing that.
I want them to enjoy it too. Like I don't
Yeah,
want it to be like a boring ass interview. Like I gotta talk to Adam again. Like
yeah.
I want you to be hyped. Like I've had someone recently reach back out to me and like, bro, I would love to come on again just to talk rap music.
Oh, see,
I'm like,
that's
yeah,
perfect.
let's run it.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I don't want to ever have to feel like I gotta pay you really to be there. Like I'm fine paying somebody, especially like when I'm big enough, but I don't want to feel like I have to pay you to be there. Like I feel like you should
Oh,
want to also be there.
I'm not doing that. I've only had 1 or 2 interviews where I'm like, they're just not bringing the energy. Nothing like wrong with them. Just like maybe they
Yeah,
weren't up for it that day. And I've had surprise interviews that were pop off that were amazing that I didn't really know the guest before. And I'm like, that was great chemistry.
yeah. Have you had any artists like you hit up and they like were like, I'll hop on for like money or something or anything like that, or has it been smooth?
No, I have. It's been smooth, and I've learned shooting your shot works. Like I shot it, my
Yeah,
shot at Wow Great Doc of Earth Gang, and he responded. And I had a member of Earth Gang on my podcast, and like that was
yeah,
crazy to me. So that was literally just shooting my shot, and he happened to answer.
yeah.
And Everyone is just shooting a shot in the DMs. Like, who'd I message today? Maybe it was Deontay Hitchcock. It was someone. I'm like, fuck it. Maybe he'll answer.
Yeah, I did that with No Name, bro. I was like, hey, you down to be in this like episode?
Yeah.
I prayed, but
Hey, sometimes they answer. I mean, No Name's not coming on my podcast. She won't be accepting that offer.
yeah, no, I was like, I feel like this is my chance. I was like, this is my chance.
But yeah, you want to come? No Name, you want to come on a show with a white Jewish guy? Let's break down some hip
She
hop.
gonna have Jay Electronica in the back, bro. It's gonna be
Yeah.
crazy.
It sucks because I like Jay Electronica.
Yeah, no, he's such a good rapper, but then you hear some of them bars, I'm like, damn. I'm like, there's a whole group of people he really don't like. He really doesn't like. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, Kanye's going crazy. Kanye's wild too.
He's wishy-washy, bro. Like, he hates Jewish people for a month, and then the next month he's like, I'm good now.
This is my weird take on it is like I'd almost be happier. Like you almost have more respect for the guys who are so right wing and like bad people because they stick down that path.
Oh yeah.
Where Kanye is clearly doing it to just like be controversial. So like 1 month he's saying like screw Puffy, then the next month he's like I love Puffy, and it's like bro you're just doing this because now like it's on the other side of the controversy.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to get people riled up and he keeps changing his opinions. It's like you don't even believe in what you're saying. This racist guy who's all over Twitter, he sucks as a person. He's an awful human being. But he believes in whatever the hell he's saying.
Yeah, he stays 10 toes.
He's 10 toes down.
You gotta respect it. Like, he's committed to the craft.
The Kanye also like it's 2025, like those things aren't shockworthy anymore. Like my Twitter's insane. These things I see, like
bro.
It's just another tweet for me.
Yeah, honestly. I feel like he wants to be crazy. Like, I feel like he wants people to actually think he's crazy. Like, and he's going through
I think he's
something.
trying so hard, he's clearly not crazy. Like, he's he's acting so crazy that I'm like, I don't think this is how a crazy person acts. It's how like an actor playing a crazy person would act.
Yeah, like it makes too much sense. Like each thread, I'm like, I see how we got there, and that's the problem. Like I shouldn't be able to track how we got here. Like, oh, you got finessed out a deal. That's why you don't like Jewish people. I shouldn't be able to make that connection. Like I shouldn't be able to, bro. Like if you're actually crazy, nothing makes sense.
Yeah, you don't make sense.
Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm with Kanye, bro. But apparently he's like bought out by some cryptocurrency company or something. Like his Twitter is now. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be like Antonio Brown where he doesn't even tweet. Like Antonio Brown doesn't run his Twitter account or something.
Yeah, which is. Do you think it's like just some white dude doing Cracker of the Month? Like, what do you think is happening?
I'd like to think it's not, but it's 100%. I wouldn't be surprised, but I hope it isn't.
Yeah, I feel like deep down, if he doesn't run his Twitter, I feel like it's gotta be. I feel like it is.
It's always a white guy
doing the Cracker of the Month. Yeah, that's your word though. You can have that. I don't know.
That's a white guy. And Honky.
Yeah, you got Honky is like kind of positive though. I'm like Honky is like
doesn't hit.
I don't know. No, it doesn't. Like Nashville has a honky tonk like bar, and like that bar is fire.
Yeah, it's like fun. I want to like
I don't know.
It's a cute slur.
Yeah, if there was any slur, I'm like this is too nice to be a slur. But shoot, do I have any other questions? We've been yapping. I don't even know.
I love it.
Yeah, no, that's perfect, bro. I'll talk about music literally infinitely. It's a problem.
It's the most fun thing in the world.
I know, bro. I know. I need to I want to do more like just talking to people in general for like my videos and stuff. That's what I want to like start doing a lot.
Or like that's why like if I have a podcast that gets 30 views, I'm like I don't care because like I had a good conversation with someone.
Yeah.
Like if that's already enough to get me to do the next episode. So if I get one view, that means one person heard what I had to say. Like that's insane to me.
Oh yeah, and I be watching a lot of your podcasts. Like I be tuning in, especially doing the interviews. Like the interviews I be watching.
Thank you.
The Nascent one, I was like, my boy did it. I was like, he got Nascent.
Bro, Nascent, oh my god, I love that man. He introduced me to Sailor, who's now like one of my favorites. So
yeah.
His album was insane, and I talked about this. Like, I don't usually love compilation albums, and I listened to that, and I was like, "Whoa,
bro,
this is amazing,
so good." And he had like so many Chicago artists too. Like he had BJ the Chicago Kid. I haven't seen him on a track in like 10 years.
Bro, top 5 feature artists ever,
like bro,
dead or alive.
BJ Chicago Kid is crazy. He used to be on literally everything, bro. Like,
yeah, he was all over hip hop. I think he should come back. He was like, it's like him, Charlie Wilson, Anderson .Paak. Who am I missing?
B.O.B.
Some,
was
like,
everywhere too for some years.
Oh, back in the day. No,
Yeah.
I was yesterday. I was stalking, not stalking. I was like going down a rabbit hole of Travie McCoy. Remember like Gym Class Heroes?
Oh, bro. Gym Class
Bro,
Hero, crazy.
they were incredible. They were everywhere. So like, that's another. He had Pop Hit, like Billionaire with Bruno Mars.
Yeah. Yeah, nah. Gym Class Heroes, they had what, that Cupid song? I was bumping that.
Bro,
I still bump
take
it
a
to
look
this
at
day.
my girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's the only
The
one I got.
Da da da
Da,
da.
da, da,
Like,
da.
oh my, that song was so
Fire.
good. Then he had Katy Perry in the
Fire.
video, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Facts, right? Because I used to have like an iPod movie, like before the iPod Touch. There was like the iPod movie, which had like a little screen on it, and I
Oh,
had that
yeah.
music video on my iPod. So like that was my
Bro.
thing.
And I'm like, is he with Katy Perry, bro? I was like, this is crazy.
He
This
was
is crazy
dating her.
collab.
I think it was before she was famous. Like I don't know if she released a song at that point when that
Really?
song came out. So that was early Katie.
Yeah.
Prime Katie.
Prime Katie. Yeah, that was crazy, bro. That was crazy. All right, I don't even know if I have any more questions, bro. I feel like we just.
I'm trying to think if I have a journalism if I can even think of.
Do you have a
something.
journalism hot take? Like, do you have any journalism hot?
Do I got a
takes?
hot take about journalism? I feel like I've said a lot of them that I'm deeply passionate about. Yeah, I just think people just be interviewing people they don't care about too much,
Yeah.
and I think it just shines through when you do, and it makes it that much better when you promote your stuff. And it's like it's just building your brand, whatever it is, whether it's a blog or a podcast or a newsletter or just Twitter making takes. Like
Yeah.
people track what you believe in, and they can start smelling BS when
Quick.
you're just doing some BS.
Yeah.
And think to yourself, is it worth just likes and views? Is what I'm
Yeah.
about to do
Yeah.
worth that?
It becomes about like if it's worth the bread though, and I think that's when it gets kind of tricky, is because like people start making their living off of this, like especially a lot of the Twitter accounts that I see blow up, and they're like
Yeah.
crazy, and I'm like I kind of understand like at some point you're making your living off of this day by day, and somebody offers you 10 grand, like to have the integrity to hold that up, and a lot of people do hold that up, but
Yeah.
like
It is hard. I don't know if someone offered me 10K to post one of their music videos, I'd be like, I mean, it's not that bad.
Yeah, like,
you start
10K?
convincing yourself.
Yeah.
You're like, I mean, I'm kind of getting the flow here. Like, I see it. I see what he's doing with
This is
it.
decent. This is decent. They won't hate if I post this. They won't hate it, but
Yeah.
nah, they can tell though. Like you can always tell. Like you got 8 tweets about the
Always
same
tell.
person back to back. Like, do you like them
Also-
that much?
Yeah, and this is not even like a journalism take per se, but like people getting mad when other people don't know about something. Like
Oh.
you can't know everything. Like I haven't listened to every hip hop album ever. I'll admit it.
Yeah.
I just haven't done it. So like stop getting mad at people because they don't listen. They haven't heard that thing yet.
Yeah,
Like,
there was a whole
give 'em
Twitter
chance.
thing. Like I don't know. It was like one account. I think he hadn't listened to Alfredo. I think.
Yeah.
And some dude freaked out on him like crazy. Like you post about music all the time and you don't know Alfredo. Like I don't know. Like
It's like way too much, and it's like, bro,
Yeah.
I haven't heard every hip hop album ever. I've tried
Yeah.
my best to be as educated as possible. Also, when people just post stuff that they're not educated on, like if I see one more post about Doechii being an industry plant, like just say it's okay to be like, I didn't know her,
Yeah.
and I'm getting onto her as her ascent is happening, because like
I also don't
She's
like
making
industry
music-
plan, bro. I also hate that's like
it's just stupid.
it's like what it like. I feel like a lot of people have different meanings to it, but like even
Yeah.
I think Pitchfork did something with Ian, like when he dropped his first like song
Yeah.
or something, and they were calling him an industry plant, and I'm like he's been making beats for a long time. Like he's been working for a
Yeah.
long time, and I'm not an Ian fan. Like I'm not gonna sit here and defend him like a
Yeah.
ton. But I'm like to call him an industry plant when he has been putting in work and he just got highlighted once and that blew him up. Like,
It's also like they just realized that one of the big things about a label is that they promote you and they
Yeah.
pay for your promotion. So they're like, why is that person on Complex industry plan? They signed to a label, and the label is investing their advertisement money into pushing the artist.
yeah.
Hence, they are now on Complex. Like,
So they can make
Yes,
money.
that's-
Like the label is trying to make money.
so like, I guess that's an industry plant. Like, how is Doechii on the Stephen Colbert show? Like, TDE
Yeah.
called up whoever their parent company is. I don't know if it's like WME or something, and then they contacted them and like
Yeah.
they got her on the show. That's what being on a label does to you.
Like, I don't know what people expect, bro. Especially like when you do have social media success, like people are gonna be reaching out to you anyway. Like
Yeah.
regardless. Like Doechii literally was nominated for a Grammy, and people are like, I'm just now hearing about her. Like, what did she do to get here? I'm like,
It's like frame it in a more optimistic way. Like, okay, there's a new artist who I never heard about,
yeah,
and she got nominated for a Grammy, so I must be missing out on something. Let me go bump it. Like, let's
yeah,
let's open our eyes out to music discovery versus being like mad that you're late onto someone. So you
yeah,
express that anger by like disparaging them.
yeah. And I'm an OG hater. Like I grew up hating on artists. That was my
I,
thing. Like, so I'll be
I'm
the
a,
first to say,
I'm a hater at heart.
yeah. I want to hate. I go into everything. I'm like, I want to hate a little bit, but then I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna give it a chance still. But people, I feel like be fake haters. Like they don't want to give it a chance. Like they have a shield on.
Yeah. They're not even open for a second about it.
No, and like you don't even hate for real. Because when you hate, you're passionate. Like they're not passionate. They don't feel it for real.
I'm trying to think about like a hip hop take that like I'm so passionate it's like a hatred thing. There's no artist that like I'm very against. You got anyone that you're very against?
I mean, Drake, obviously. I always hated Drake. Like, before
Really?
Kendrick, always hated Drake, bro.
I'm so like middle. I was never like a Drake album guy because I don't think he makes like great albums, and I think he is funny.
He
I
is
think
funny,
he's a,
yeah.
I think he's a really funny guy who like is an actor growing up. Like I think he's in his music videos like he does funny things. He was on
Yeah.
SNL. He was hilarious. Like he's a funny dude. Like him making Tailor Made. My hot take would be like Tailor Made freestyle. I still think is a very funny song.
No, it was, when it first dropped, I was like, this is comedic. Like, this is amazing. He's gonna get cooked, but I was like, this is hilarious. Like, for the time.
There are a lot of scary things happening with AI that are gonna happen with AI. But like this is the one thing we don't need a whole AI discussion about this. I think it was just funny that Kendrick wasn't responding in a timely manner. So he said, let me rap from the perspective of Tupac. Just like being like, Kendrick, you gotta drop, like he's winning.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, no, Drake is funny. I always didn't like him, just like how he carried himself. Like, that was always my initial issue. And I'm like, you're not putting on for the biracials, for the light skins. Like, we need this. And you're just hurting our image, bro. Like, I don't know.
There's a lot of missteps.
So many. But I don't know if I have.
I get angry about artists who I can just tell phone in a verse. And it's one thing to do it like a few times, but there's certain artists I'm like, I listen to you a lot. I know you're reusing bars.
Yeah.
And I've caught on. So
Yeah, that. I
Stop
don't know
me
if I
out
have
of
an
it.
artist that I really don't like.
Oh, I got you. The Weeknd.
Oh,
I don't like The Weeknd.
At all? Like his music or like him as a person? Like what?
I know nothing about Abel as a person. I dislike his music. My friend is like a Weeknd stan, and I'm like, I just feel like I'm shopping at H&M. I can't.
Yeah, yeah. He has his After Hours album that I really, really like. That album, amazing. But every other album, I'm like, bro, like The Hills was decent. Like that song was good.
When I finally heard a song I liked, it was because Kanye produced it. But like I didn't realize that right away.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I kind of like this one. I looked it up. I'm like, Kanye produced it. Like that adds up why like this one hit for me.
Yeah. The
But
Kanye production
that
never misses, bro.
never misses. He should start producing more for R&B artists again. Like Alicia Keys, like you don't know, man. Like that beat is insane.
I don't know. I'm like worried. He still can produce, but I'm just worried about his creativity at this point. Like I'm concerned.
I think it's like back in the day, you'd see like about the My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy sessions where like they wore suits and they weren't allowed to bring phones in the studio.
Yeah.
And it was like, and now we're seeing videos of him like in a living room rapping in front of like 80 people. And I'm like, this is just not this way to make great music. And like
he has
you
rant in the middle of that too.
yeah, it's like you used to be like the guy who was so strict about the studio. Like you need that. I need that guy.
Yeah. Even Donda, he was like saying like you can't smoke, like you have to come to like this random barn in the woods, like be removed from your phones.
That album was just too long for me to like fully digest. But it had moments. The
Yeah.
more Roddy Rich fire.
Oh
like
yeah,
that
yeah. He definitely had moments. I mean, me and my homie like made a Donda distilled, and we just like picked our
so it's
favorite.
less
Yeah,
smart.
yeah. We distilled
Yeah.
it because I'm like, he put like what, like 30 tracks damn near on this. Like it was so long. I'm like, we need to break this down.
There's no artist, and I'm a J. Cole stan. It's my goat. I wouldn't 30-song album. I would be like angry. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I know it's more J. Cole music for me, but like
Yeah.
even split this up into 3 albums. Like I can't do this.
Yeah, not all at once. There's a lot of artists that just be dropping so many songs. Like NBA YoungBoy, album after album after album. I feel like West Side Gun had a period where he was just dropping
Yeah.
so much.
And it makes this new album that much like better for me that like I can consume it because I'm like I haven't heard a West Side Gun album in a while, so like
In a
let me
minute.
bump 12. Like this is good. Boldy James dropped so many albums that I didn't listen to the last one because I just like I just lost interest. And I love Boldy James, and the one with Conductor
Yeah.
was incredible, and the one with Nicholas Craven was incredible. I'm like too much for me.
Yeah, I'm like
need
Griselda
suspense.
like needs a. They needed a break for a little bit, and I feel like we've had that now. Like we've had
that
a
break.
decent break.
I want Conway to drop a great album. Like he has great albums, but it's been a
Oh.
while. And I was a
Yeah.
huge Conway fan. He's one of those guys where I'm like, I feel like his rapping's just like maybe he's phoning it in or something, but it's not as amazing. 'Cause I used to think he's one of the best rappers I ever heard.
Yeah,
Like his freestyle on Charlie, like Fire in the Booth, is like my favorite freestyle of all time. I
Really?
make so many people watch that shit. I think it's so
Yeah.
good. Love you, Conway. Let's drop a classic.
no, he's so good. I heard him initially. I think the first song I heard was Lemon Squeeze or whatever with Method
Lemon
Man.
Squeeze,
And Lemon
Lemon
Squeeze. Oh, bro,
Method Man
that's-
killed that. Yo, Method Man's been killing his feature verses.
Bro, Method Man, like people got to put respect on his Unk name. Like he is still in the game. Like he still be
Bro,
rapping.
he hopped on the JIT album. He hopped on Marlon Craft's album. Like
Yeah.
he's one of those guys who like finds rising artists and puts his arm around them.
Oh yeah, same with like Most Def too. Like he be putting in work too. Yasin Bey.
Yeah, shout.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just got to drop their albums on streaming. I'm not going to Naps.
Bro,
what do they
I'm
sell it
not-
on?
I don't know.
I
It's like an
I
NFT damn
respect it.
near.
I respect it. Like Mick Jenkins did it recently. I completely
Yeah.
get why they did it. And if you have a fan base and enough people buy it and you can make a year's salary off of it,
Oh yeah,
do it. I love it for you.
100%.
But there's only a certain amount of artists I would pay like extra money to listen to an album from.
I would do it for like Kendrick. I do it for like JID. No Name I'd probably
Like, I
do
paid-
it for, but
Like I paid for the Cole podcast and it was incredible. Like so worth my money.
Yeah.
Loved it.
he's a
and I think it
podcast.
came-
I don't even know he had a podcast, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, he did a podcast with Ebe and they went through his entire career, each album. It's incredible.
Damn.
It's
Wait,
really
that'd be
sick. Like,
fire.
they go through the stories of like being in college, like meeting Jay-Z for the first time. Like it's insane. And that was worth my money. I mean,
Yeah.
artists have to find a way to like make it worth your money, and it's been cool to see people get creative with like the Even platform. It's so funny we're so far off the journalistic stuff. But
Yeah,
it's
so
a good
far.
conversation. But yeah, people have gotten creative with like $10. You get the album, and you get a phone call from me, or like you get something special on top
Yeah.
of the music. There's creative ways to go about that.
Oh yeah, and I
make the
respect
money.
getting a bag. I'm pro getting a bag.
Getting a
100%.
bag.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I'm gonna support monetarily.
I'm not giving you my bag. I'm not giving you my bag.
But
Yeah, no, I can't.
if you want to steal if you want to get other bags,
Oh yeah,
accumulate bags, do your bag,
100%.
get in your bag.
But no, I'm like, I would love the idea to like buy an album again, like on iTunes or something. But streaming is just so convenient, bro. Like
I saw someone say this. It's too cheap.
yeah,
Like we
actually,
pay way too little for access to every song ever, which is
Yeah.
what it makes the issue for paying for people outside of like what you have access to. Because I have access to every artist ever.
oh
So,
yeah,
like, I love you, but like I don't know if I want to spend. Which $10 is like so little in the grand scheme of things. But you're like,
Yeah.
I'm paying $10 a month for every artist ever.
oh yeah.
And like, it's gonna have
And you want
$10.
you want me to buy your album for 10 is like strong, like
Right? It's like back in the day, like when you saw a 99-cent app, you were like, that's so much money. It's
Yeah.
not.
no,
For like the amount of use you got out of like Flappy Bird or whatever, like any of those games, it's like $1 wasn't that much money. But when I saw an app that was 99 cents, I'm like, there's so many free
I
apps
can't
out
do
here.
it.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
get the free app.
I can't. $1, like I don't know. Maybe it was back then. Maybe it's inflation. I was a kid. I couldn't afford nothing. I was like $1 is like a week's worth of money. Like I can stretch
It just like felt expensive. Like $1.99 app. It's like, what is it in your
Yeah.
app? That's $1.99.
Like
Relax.
nah, bro. There's nothing. Like there was video editing apps. I was like, I'll just chop it up somehow. I'll figure it out.
Right?
Like I couldn't do it.
I hate spending money.
yeah.
I told you this. $10.
yeah.
Fast fashion. Get on
See,
it.
that's worth it right there. The Sheen. I got this. I had my mom
nice.
buy this, bro. I couldn't even afford this, bro. I was like, I need my mom to pay for this.
I'm on that wave. I feel you. Just got a Valentine's Day gift from the parents.
Oh, see, that's all we need, bro. That's all we need. I don't have the real money yet. I got a job, but I ain't got the real money. Like I ain't got that yet.
Actually, like this week, I bought clothes for the first time using my money. Where I'm like, let me like get a pair of shoes, and it was nice.
Yeah.
I'm like, but then you see it leave your bank account. You're like,
You're like,
ah.
yeah, that's the one pair for
Or
the
and
year.
then you go on a date with someone like in a city, and you spend $100, and you're like, that was a pair of shoes I could have bought. Like that
Yeah.
sucks.
Bro, in Chicago, like random things are expensive. Like it's a pretty cheap city relatively, but you spend like 30 on food. Like if you're going on a date too, you got to get a drink or an appetizer. That's
So
30
expensive.
per person. You go to the movies, that's $20 a ticket. Like it's random stuff, bro.
Bro,
Like
I'm going to Dreamville Fest. I have like different things I compare. Like I'm going to Dreamville Fest. I think it was $300, and let's just say like hotel room ends up being $500.
oh, yeah, I spent
Then
a
I go
bag
to
for that, bro. I spent a bag. A
then
bag.
I'm like going on a date, and I'm like, damn, I just spent 1/5 of Dreamville Fest on that on that date.
See, that's crazy. Yeah, I ain't never spent that
Which
much.
it makes me feel better about Dreamville Fest cost, but I'm like, damn, I just dropped like 150 on like 3 drinks each. I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like 8 Chipotle bowls. Like that's how
Yeah,
I
that's
envision it in
crazy.
my mind.
Yeah, no, at some point we got to start splitting the drinks or like we're sharing a drink. Like we get one drink each. I got one drink each, but that third drink we're sharing or something. I can't.
Bro, going out in these cities, it's expensive.
It's crazy, bro. Dreamville especially, I was like, bro, like, is this right
You're going
for
this
me?
year?
Yeah, I got the tickets.
go,
I got
baby.
the
I'm
hotel.
so
Like,
hyped.
bro, I'm excited. I got the spot hero. Like, because me and my homie are gonna drive 12 hours to like go there.
I'm driving 7, I think it is, from New Jersey.
Yeah, seven's not bad though.
I, Bro, this lineup's got to drop like soon. I'm taking a friend who's not. My friend is not particularly a Dreamville fan, but he was willing to come with me because he saw like last year was SZA and like they bring other non-Dreamville
Oh
people.
yeah.
But like, I'm like scared. I'm like, I need it to be a good lineup that he's not like depressed the whole time. Like, fuck, why'd I come?
Yeah, I don't see what
I
I
trust
really
them, though.
wanted was like I really wanted Kendrick to be there, but I'm like he's not gonna be there. He can't be.
Can't be. I don't know who they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna like re-bring someone. It could be like a Tyler the Creator, which me and my friend would be very hyped about.
Yeah.
He's a Tyler guy. I don't even know who. I think because of the 5th year they're gonna do something special. I don't think they're gonna like bring a Chris Brown type person again.
Nah.
Could be maybe a Jay-Z.
Jay's nah, he not popping out though. He
Yeah, for a whole set.
I don't think he even does he perform for real like that? Like I don't see him nowhere. Like any
Not
festival.
anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore. I don't need Wayne. I think Wayne already did it, but like I wouldn't need Wayne
I don't need
performing.
Wayne. I don't need Wayne at all, bro. Like I'm good on Wayne. I would love any like
Yeah.
New York artist for real. I think it'd be cool to have like some New York.
I think they're gonna bring. I think they're gonna bring Doechii. I imagine her being one of the people.
Yeah, she has to be.
Because like they bring people who are like having like big years. I feel like
Yeah.
maybe a Future. He had the collab with. I wouldn't want Future headlining though. I've seen Future. It's
No.
not a. He's not a performing artist.
No, I saw him. I saw him and Metro Boomin at Lollapalooza, and I was like, also the crowd. Maybe it's just Lollapalooza, but that crowd was like ridiculous. There was no like
Yeah.
respect
I
for
think-
nobody.
I think Dreamville. I imagine it being a very chill audience. Like I went to
Yeah.
Roots Picnic in Philly,
Mhm.
which is like made by the Roots. Very chill, older
Okay.
vibe. Like you're not shoulder to shoulder. You can walk through if you want to like get deeper like to the front row.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping and imagining it. Also, if Jordan Ward's there, he was there last year though. Or
Ooh.
Smino, give me a Smino maybe.
Shmino would be fire. I would love to see Shmino.
But it's like no matter what, we're getting Cole, Jid, Boz, Loot. Like I'm happy. I'll be good.
Yeah. Is okay. Okay. So you know the Dreamville stuff. What's happening with
Yeah,
Ari
yeah.
Lennox, bro? Like, does she
posted-
does she have a beef with Dreamville or Interscope?
I mean, like I don't know the inner workings of like those things. And she posted a snippet today, or Elite did, like her
Yeah.
producer. I mean, maybe it's just not the right pairing for label artists, and I don't know.
I'm like
I-
nobody's
there's
had
probably
beef
so
with
much-
Dreamville yet. Like nobody has.
There's so-
Like, no artist.
There's so much inside stuff, and like I'm always curious, like how someone like Kaz, and I don't mean this in like to sound like a hater, mean way.
Yeah.
Like, how is he making money? He has not dropped. He has not
Nothing.
dropped an album in so long, or like Omen. Like, what
Yeah.
do they? What do they do?
I forgot about them, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like I genuinely, they haven't dropped nothing.
Yeah, they have not dropped anything. And like his album, Kaz, had a crazy album. Had Kendrick and Cole on it. Like that was a
Yeah.
crazy album when I was in high school, or we were both in high school. And like, bro, Jid's like getting on Imagine Dragon tracks. Like, yeah, he's getting that back.
yeah, he definitely has it for sure. But I don't know.
Hey, I think they put Ari on tour with Rod Wave, was it?
Yeah,
And
that
like,
she had a problem with.
just because like in hindsight, it's easy to be like that was a bad pairing. Like a rap
Yeah.
crowd, and you're bringing out like a soulful R&B artist. Like probably wasn't the best opening act for
Yeah.
that. But in
Hindsight.
their
But
mind, they're
Rod
like,
Wave is like. But yeah, they have different crowds though. Rod Wave is like very much like.
I know they're both soulful artists, but like to different audience of soul.
Way different. Like Ari Lennox, I feel like Rod Wave has a lot of people like from the trenches going there. I feel like Ari Lennox, I don't know if she has that crowd. Like I don't know,
Bro, like, they don't like they're there to see Rod Wave. They don't want to hear pressure. Like they don't want to hear that.
yeah, like no, I
I
don't think
love
that's
you,
the
Ari, though.
vibe. No, I love her too. But
Ooh, if they brought Anderson .Paak, he's like my favorite performer.
wait, I haven't seen him yet. I still need to see him.
Seen him twice. I just saw him do Malibu all the way front to back, and it was religious experience.
yeah,
Crazy.
He's crazy too. Like him drumming and singing is wild, bro. Like
Wild, because I'm not coordinated like that. Like I have no dexterity to.
yeah, nah.
Like
at
his
all.
tiny desk. I made everyone in my life watch that tiny desk.
It's so he and Usher and there's some other people that have really good ones, but his was insane. His is
I think it's
really
the
good.
best. When he hits like "Does Suede" or "Heart Don't Stand a Chance,"
Yeah,
he's my favorite. He's my favorite singer ever. So like I'm the Anderson
ever
.Paak obsessed.
favorite singer ever.
Ever. I love a raspy
Ooh.
voice.
That might be a hot take, bro. That's a hot take, I think.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for a raspy, good singing voice, and he has got it. And like "No Worries" and "Malibu" are both top 10 albums for me. Ever.
That bro, the No Worries album, so good. That was in my top 10 of like last year.
Oh yeah, the "Why Laud."
Yeah.
It was good. It was definitely more depressing than "Yes Laud" because like the
Yeah.
whole divorce thing happened, but incredible.
Yeah, it was so good. It was so good. All right, but low-key, I do gotta go. Low-key, it's running. I haven't eaten dinner
I
yet.
love
It's
it.
like 8:22. Like
You're good, bro. I got you.
But bro, I appreciate you. I appreciate you popping on. We talk
course.
enough about journalism. I should have a clip or two. We'll be straight.
There's something in there.
Yeah, I'll piece something together.